If you're here, the thumbnail worked. Woohoo! But it also means you care about the environment. And more importantly, you're ready to do something about it. The Million Tree Challenge is supposed to be a fun and easy way to take your first steps to climate action and also inspire others to join as well. Although inevitably some of you are going to take it too far, make it too competitive and have no fun whatsoever. But at least lots of trees will be planted. Now if you're a real go-get-'em type, champing at the bit, can't wait to get started, take action type of person, you don't want to sit here listening to me drivel on and on and on and on. You can start right now and just go and stick a tree into some dirt. But if you're more like me, a bit more reserved, a bit more skeptical, need to build up a bit more trust before you start sharing all your personal data with some random on the internet. Just kidding, there's no personal data that's collected. Except for your mum's maiden name. And the street that you grew up on. But seriously, if you want to find out more about me and the Million Tree channel, whack on your gardening gloves and strap yourself in. I'm Dylan, I'm a father of 3, and when I'm not arguing with my wife, I'm into learning about sustainability, closed loop ecosystems. But that's just the problem. I spend so much time learning and thinking, I'd never get around to actually doing anything. Oh, I'd get angry at the government for not doing enough. And I'd get online and I'd argue with those climate Karens who just didn't believe that was happening. But at the end of every day, I'd look at everything I hadn't done and I'd get angry at myself. You know that feeling? But I just didn't feel that anything I could do would actually make a difference. My daughter has really bad eczema. Like the worst. Some nights she'll just tear herself to shreds just because it's so itchy. She'd wake up in the morning, there'd be blood all over the sheets. She'd be sleeping fine eventually. But it's pretty tough. It can be pretty tough. So we go to the beach as often as we can to try and heal her. And she won't go in the water because it stings, you know, salt water on wounds. And even just being around the fresh sea air, it really does help. It really does help. And she's just happy pottering around the rock pools. There's this one day I was watching her, and in Australia, around the rock pools, when the tide goes down, you get these little blue snails, blue sea snails. If you ever go, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And she would pick the little blue snails and pop them into water, just a few at a time. And I watched her for a while. And I asked her, "What are you doing?" And she said, "I'm saving the sea snails." And I said, "But there's like millions of them. It's not going to make a difference." And she picked another one and plopped it into the water and said, "It made a difference to that one." It's getting dark, and so I'm going to cut the video here, but I'd love you to follow on my next one. So I'll see you in a bit.